MSc 2A, and today's my topic is London Stock Exchange. Here we can see the building of London Stock Exchange located in England of a country. London Stock Exchange is a stock exchange in the city of London, England. As of the April 2018, London Stock Exchange has a market capital of US dollar 5.9 4.59 trillions. It was founded in 1801, making it one of the oldest exchange in the world. Its current premises are situated in Paternoster Square, close to the St. Paul's Cathedral in the city of London. It is part of London Stock Exchange Group. London Stock Exchange Group was created in October 2007 when London Stock Exchange merged with Milan Stock Exchange Borsa Italians. Here, the secondary market, the securities available for the trading on London Stock Exchange are common stocks, bonds, including retail bonds, derivatives, exchange traded funds, debt securities, exchange traded commodities, structural products, covered warrant, global depository receipt, gilt edged securities. There are two main markets on which companies trade on London Stock Exchange. Are main market. The main market is home to over 1,300 large companies from 16 different countries. Over the past 10 years, over 366 pound billions has been raised through the new and future issued by the main market companies. The FTSE's 100 index FTSE is the main share index of the 100 most highly capitalized UK companies listed on the main market. Alternative investment market. The alternative investment market is LSE's international market of smaller companies. A wide range of business, including early stage venture capitalists, backed as well as more established companies, join aim seeking access to growth capital. The aim is classified as a multilateral trading facilities under the 2004 MIFIDS directive, and as such it is flexible market with a simpler admissions process for companies wanting to be publicly listed. Primary market. Issuer services help companies from around the world to join the London equity market in order to gain access to capital. London Stock Exchange allows companies to raise market, increase their profit, and obtain a market valuations through a variety of routes, thus following the firm throughout the whole IPO process. London Stock Exchange runs several markets for listing, giving an opportunities for different size companies to list. International companies can list a number of products in London, including shares, depositories, receipts, and debts, offering different and cost-effective way to raise capital. Occupying London, the stock exchange in Paternoster Square was the initial target for the protesters of occupying London on 15th October 2011. Attempts to occupying the square were thwarted by police. Police sealed off the entrance to the square as a private property. A High Court injunctions having previously been granted against the public access to the square. The protester moved nearby to occupy the space in the front of St. Paul's Cathedral. The protests were part of the global Occupy movement. IRA bombing. On to 20 July 1919, a bomb planted by the Professional Irish Republican Army exploded in the men's toilet behind the visitors gallery. The area has already been evacuated and nobody was injured. About 30 minutes before the blast at 8:49 a.m., a man who said he was a member of IRA told returns that a bomb has been placed at the exchange and was about to explode. Police officials said that if there had been no warning, the human toll would have been the very high. The explosions ripped a hole in the 23-story building in the Threadneedle Street and sent a shower of glasses and concrete onto the street. The long-term trend towards the electronic trading platform reduces the exchange's attractions to visitors, and although the gallery reopened, it was closed permanently in 1992. The exchange before the World Wars. By the June 1853, both participating members and brokers were taking up so much space that the exchange was now uncomfortably crowded, and continued expansions plans were taking place, having already been extended west, east, and northwards. It was then decided the exchange needed an ethnic new establishment. Thomas Allison was appointed as the main architect and in March 1854 the new brick building inspired by the Great Expositions stood ready. This was a huge improvement in both surroundings and the space with the twice the floor space available. By the late 1800s, the telephones, ticket tape, and the telegraph had been invented. Those new technologies led to a revolution in the work of the exchange, foreign and regional exchange. After the war and the facing a booming world economy, foreign lendings to countries such as the Brazil, Peru, and Chile was the growing market. Notably, the foreign market at the exchange allowed the merchants and the traders to participate, and the Royal Exchange hosted all transactions where foreign parties were involved. The constant increases in the overseas business eventually meant that dealing in foreign security had to be allowed within all the exchange premises. Just as London enjoyed the growth through the international trade, the rest of the Great Britain also benefited from the economic boom. Two other cities, in particular, showed great business development. Liverpool and Manchester consequently in 1836, both the Manchester and Liverpool Stock Exchange were opened. Some stock prices sometimes rose by 10%, 20%, or even 30% in a week. Then were times when stockbroking was considered a real business profession and such attracted many entrepreneurs. Nevertheless, with booms some bust, and in the 1835 the Spanish panic hit the market, followed by a second one 2 years later. Here is the picture of the first rule book of London Stock Exchange in 1810. In the exchange's first operating year, on several occasions, was no clear set of regulations or fundamental laws for the cable code trading. In Feb 1812, the General Purpose Committees confirmed a set of recommendations which later become the foundations of the first codified rule book of exchange. Even though the document was not a complex one, topics such as the settlement and default were in fact quite comprehensive. The Royal Exchange housed not only the brokers but also the merchants and the mercenaries. This was the birth of the regulated stock market, which had teething the problems in the shape of the unleashed brokers. In order to regulate this, Parliament passed an act in 1697 that required heavy penalty, both financial and physical, on those brokers without a license. It also set a fixed number of brokers, but this was later increasing as the size of the traders grew. The limit led to several problems, one of which was that trader begins leaving the Royal Exchange either by their own decisions or through explosions and started dealing in the street of London. The street dealing in the street of London, the street in which they were dealing was known as the Exchange Alley or Change Alley. It was suitable place to close. The Bank of England Parliament tried to regulate this and ban the unofficial traders from the Change Street. So at last, I thank you for listening. Thank you, ma'am.